Hey, Starry. Welcome to the stream. When will the 4K hit the drawing? Not entirely even sure what we're talking about there, but hey, I'm glad that you're entertaining yourself with that. Welcome. Welcome to my indecisiveness. Oh, hello. There we go. I had a completely different idea that I started with, and then I didn't like it, and my brain was just fogging and stopping. So now here I am, trying to decide what sort of pose I want to do, and what kind of drawing, really. But welcome in. Hope you're doing all right this day. 4K means the highest quality drawing. Oh, like when are we gonna get to the final? I mean, one can only hope it'll be soon. I say that this is gonna take a while, but I'm glad to have you here along for the journey. Apologies if at any particular point I take too long to respond to anything. Obviously, I'm mostly focused on just the drawing itself at the moment, but I'll try and be interactive. You got a 4K monitor? Well, must be nice to be rich. Okay, so I think this is okay. Probably want there to be more of a twist on his body. And the proportions that I'm seeing here for like this part of him here, I'm not sure that I'm super into it just yet, but we'll play with this for now. It's alright, you'd rather I didn't lose the idea? I appreciate that, thank you. Especially since right now the idea is a fleeting fart in the wind. But maybe you can just, you know, hang out and vibe. That's always cool too. Really, I want to get these combined together. But let's just merge them for now. Yeah, I can do that. What you up to though? You been busy today? I got an early head home from work, so I figured this would be a good thing for me to come and sit down and do. Kind of force myself. Because sometimes that's the only way you get better. Yeah, the face can be up there. More or less. Turn that opacity down even more slightly, actually. Let me just see if I can adjust this more to my liking. Oh, actually, I think Cage Transform should... Well, that just got rid of... There we go. Maybe I'll leave the bottom parts as is. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's just get the actual body musculature and stuff. Just gonna turn the brightness down just a wee bit for myself. Yar, there we go. Oh, you know what would help? I had this on. There we go. Me with my shaky ass hands. All right, shoulder. A lot of bad stuff happened, but it's over. Sometimes that's all you can be thankful for, is at least it's over. And I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad that today isn't a continuation of that. I'm sorry to hear that it was bad stuff. I got a lot of stuff that I'm busy with at the moment and having to deal with myself as well, so I get it. Hang in there, man. Does this shoulder need to be more bulbous? I actually might need to be a bit more out. More like that for now. Because then it will kind of come down like this. That's where part of the fist will be. We hope. Yeah, because then the hand will kind of, like, this is a general shape of the hand. The gloves are always bigger than the hand. I always want them to be like these big, recognizable parts of his body, you know? Oh, your favorite game promoted an AI competition? Ugh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Speaking of your favorite something promoting AI, I was catching up on some like film news, and I saw in regards to the Tintin movie, how they were finally, after like 15 years, going to be working on a sequel for it. And then Peter Jackson, I believe, I think he's the director. He then immediately comes out with how much he loves and supports AI. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, man. That film was such a treasure. I don't want generative AI in there. I don't know what kind of AI he was talking about. Maybe he wasn't talking about Gen AI. I really hope he wasn't, because I'm so sick and tired of seeing that. How? No, I know, it was devastating to hear. I'm right there with you, man. That's the stuff that sucks. I think what it is that it's throwing me off with this as well is I didn't do the base structure using the usual shape that I do. I'm not feeling particularly confident today, and I think that's showing in my line work and sketch work, and that's why, you know what? We're gonna power through this anyway, because sometimes that's what you gotta do. Hate this, you've seen the movie. Are you getting into the comics as well? I loved the comics. I always used to go to the library to try and find like the latest and whatever copy I haven't yet read, and I have a couple that I have as like, you know, very rare editions as well that I have at home, and yeah, very happy to have them. And I love the movie, and now I'm trepidatiously looking forward to the new movie. We'll just have to see how it goes. Yeah, that's good enough for a shoulder. Okay, so kind of looks like a weird fist like shape. I don't think that's what I'm going for, because he's kind of walking funny if that's what it looks like. Aloxakar, hi, welcome to my inane rambling and many undos as I try to come up with whatever faint vision I have in my head of what I want to draw. Welcome to me second guessing myself at every stroke. A horror comic? No, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, Starry. Yeah, let me finish this. Ooh, not like that. That's terrible. Hold on, let's do it from. It's kind of like that. To be fair, I can then do this and just move it. So let's do that. I'm gonna draw this fist like this for a second, but this isn't quite the perspective or angle that I'm going for, so I think I'll save this on a separate layer. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just draw certain parts, and I'm like, it's not quite what I'm going for, but I like the sort of shape of what it turns out like, so I'll just save it on something else. In case, you know, in the attempt of me trying to then create or draw the thing that I actually wanted to do, I don't end up liking that, and then I can go back to this one. A fallback, ladies and gentlemen. And attempt. And this is why it's very important to label everything. I'm gonna turn down the opacity on that as well, actually. Let's move it down to a different one. Right, sorry, let me catch up with Tintin in the Lands of the Soviets is the first comic, yeah, and then there was the infamous one in the African country and the one in, it was like South America, right? It's like Kingdom of the, what is it, Kingdom of the Sun or something like that. I love the Tintin comics though. Tintin and Captain Haddock. Okay, I'm gonna turn the opacity for this down even further, actually. I don't want it to be completely, fully distracting me. And in refinement, let me use a different color so I can kind of denote that I'm trying something else. Tintin in the Congo, that's the one that's controversial. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you know, it's a very old, like, comic series. And, you know, unfortunately, it was a very different, very uneducated, uninformed, un-PC, I don't know how to call it, but it wasn't a great time for inclusivity, so I'm not surprised if, you know, now it's kind of frowned upon, as it should be, you know? The Al Capone arc, nice. Okay, so, I mean, the thumb still comes out like this. I'm kind of like trying to look at my own, my own hand, which is very difficult to do in this particular instance. It's like, it's not happening, people. Do I need to look up a reference? My goodness, is it reference time already? It just might be. Yeah, wow, that's really... Nope. It's like not translating into my hand. From my brain to my hand, it's not happening. And you know what? In those moments we say, screw it. We'll just use this one. You have to go into the new arc. Have you heard of the video game of Tintin, the new one? The Cigar of the Pharaoh. There was a new video game? The last one I heard about was I think was it the Secret of the Unicorn? It was like the movie time one on the Wii. That's like the last one I heard about. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to me attempting art and failing miserably. Boy, I would love to read your username out, but that is long. Not entirely even sure where I would begin on that, but welcome. Nice to see you. How are we all doing? Hope everyone's having a good day, at least today. Again, this is the part of the process that I heavily edit out of any of my time lapses, but now you just get to see it live as I hesitate to draw a single line. Kind of like, no, that's too skinny. Sort of like that. Again, this is only the refinement stage. It's still, you know, we're not anywhere near like line work and whatnot. We're still just figuring it out. Oh, I would love if they did games of all the comics as well, Starry. I'd be super into that. Tintin deserves that, you know? It's been around for a long time. It deserves the praise. Deserves the love. That's too sharp of an angle for his chest. The more I'm doing that. Call you Lola, your new username is long. Alright Lola, I'll take your word for it. And yes, very long. Very prestigious, I might add. I mean, okay, so this is meant to be quite a quote-unquote dynamic angle. You know, sort of like a low angle looking up while he's walking through like a corridor or something, so this might take a second. Someone has to become like Eminem to sing your name. Oh, that's funny. Do do do. Ba-da-do-do. I mean, hopefully this will make a lot more sense and be more readable as a pose once I'm actually done with it. We'll certainly see. Maybe it will turn into nothing. Maybe it'll turn into something. Who knows? I guess we'll find out together. And he's looking a little bit thicker than I would normally draw him. Let's see. We'll just make him even thicker. I may have done. I may have made him a right thick lad. Oh well. We'll improvise. Hate how AI ruined my games and even is about to ruin every single communication by doing the verification thing. Like I'm acting like the witch from the Wiz movie where she was like, no, bad news. Yeah. The UK, I think, has just had the king here has just basically gone ahead and been like, yep, introduce digital IDs for everyone. And I'm like, oh, good. More useless age verification that everyone will have to jump through. Those loopholes that everyone loves and finds fun. Goody. I'm sure it will be absolutely fine and everybody will love them. Said no one. I'm actually going to slightly angle the legs out. Kind of like that. I probably will end up angling it out even more than that, to be honest. In fact, let me put this on a separate layer so I can actually angle this out properly in front of this arm here. I think it will look more like this, and then let me just make this a little bit less visible for myself, so I know later that that's behind the leg. I'm gonna try to give my future self clues with this as well. You had to draw your OC on different sides and perspective just to make sure you can save a bit of time. Yeah, and again, that's exactly what I'm trying to do as well. There's probably more efficient ways for me to practice, and I certainly should be doing more to practice properly. Sometimes it's, for me anyway, it's just doing this, where I know I have the feeling of wanting to make something, but then I knew, you know, I'm then immediately fighting this sense of like not wanting to start because I don't want to fail, or there's something holding me back, and I've been really just trying to be diligent about forcing myself in those moments anyway, because sometimes that's when the best stuff comes out. Sometimes that's when I learn the biggest lessons in all this as well. Hence, this stream. Does it mean it makes it a particularly entertaining process? Probably not, but here we are anyway. I think what I'm also going to do... Hold on, how's that looking? I'm not mad. I'm not mad with how that's looking, just as a silhouette. What I'm still going to do is, I think... Maybe I won't make it quite as dramatic of a turn. Or is it worse? I mean, it barely made a difference. Let's leave it as it is. We're going to leave it! Get onto the positioning sketches? Yeah. That's definitely helpful in those moments. Okay. Let's just figure out the face. Because from this angle, you're going to be able to see both tufts. There's fur. There's a little face fur. Kind of like that. Although, what if we did something more like this, cutting in? Something like that. Again, we're still just refining. I can always come back to that. Hate the drawing of thumbnails. I do, but hey, it's better. I did do something than nothing, especially with what's been going on. We need more appreciation. Listen, physically putting in the effort to create something needs to be celebrated more and more these days. Hold on, that sounded really pretentious, like I'm telling you to celebrate me right now. But you know what I mean. Like, it is... I think genuine actual effort and artistry is more important than ever right now, and that's mostly what I meant. Go. Get that cat-like snout. Like even a stick figure or something. Celebrate the dots. Celebrate the scribbles. Celebrate stick fight. Is it too big of an eye? I don't know. Kind of trying to figure out where the eyes will mostly be. This will just help with drawing the general shape of them. Hopefully. Unless I completely just disregard it and don't go with it. Your ears are up there. Critter indeed, Ivan. This is Critter. So far the best free art software that I've found. Personally, anyway. You Critter user as well? Or are you more into something else? Which thumbnails didn't take too long for I have to fill in the gaps, remove the lines if it doesn't look right, and think if the position is even correct or possible. Yep. Yep.
art, a never-ending series of decisions.
That's fine, right? Let's try and figure these eyes out. Then we'll cut that off. You paid for it. What did you pay for? Did you pay for... As in, did you make a donation to Critter, or did you pay for your software?
I am l'intrigue.
You use Medibag Paint to find an easy way to draw curves or try Critter. It's not for you. That's fair enough. For years before I actually moved over to Critter, I was using GIMP. Yeah, to make full-on art pieces. Not realizing that there were really any better options. And then I happened across, you know, Critter, and it just had so many options. And I can see why people would find that off-putting, because it, you know, the UI isn't particularly intuitive, but it didn't take me too long to get used to it, thankfully. And I'm just so happy with it, because there's so many different things I can do with it, you know? Apologies, I just had to mute for a second. The dog
has come in.
You bought Critter. I mean, again, I assume you mean that you made a donation, right? Because Critter's completely free. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on their website. Critter's completely 100% free. So I assume you meant donate. Unless, did you... Because is it available through Steam? It's on Steam, yes. That's... Okay, yeah. So you... Yes, which technically counts the donation still, but it means you get free updates for life. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I'm with you now, Ivan. I'm with you. We're on the same page. Yeah, I downloaded it long before I realized that you could actually get it on Steam, but that's fine. I'm not liking this eye shape, but that's fine. This is still technically just sketching and refining, so it's okay. Especially considering that I really don't like it right now. Maybe if I get rid of this, it'll be easier for me to see. Yeah, hold on. Okay, that's getting closer. You just like it bigger. Maybe like this? Yeah, why not? They can go to Linux with that Steam version. What you mean, boy? What you talking about, Willis? is this on? There we go. Go nice, big and thick like that. And then I think I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm just going to slightly adjust the shape. Elongate it out this way and squish him down just a smooch. A quick smooch. Maybe even bring it in slightly. Eyes feel further apart than I would like them to be. Yeah, it's a start. Oh, did I get rid of... Oh yeah, I must have undid a bunch of stuff. I got rid of some of the hair and... His ear is gone!
My goodness, he's finally got eyes. Now that's expressive.
You got it to track your hours, or like how long you spend on an art piece? You know what, that's actually not a bad shout. For like a reason to pick it up, you know? The thing that I'm still waiting for with Critter is for it to get its own proper built-in like time-lapse recording function. I know technically it has, you know, like recording function in it, but I meant, you know what I mean, like Clip Studio levels of recording, like proper actual time-lapse where it just, you know, instead of showing me all these zooms and whatnot and only changing and saving as PNGs, like actual video format, and it just tracks the entire canvas. That's what I'm after. Is that a cat in a box? That's adorable.
I love him, and I will
Die for him. Oh, I'm just realizing, is this the Wii Fit, like, background music? Wii Fit Plus, oh my goodness. Haven't thought about you in so long. Where's my screen? There it is. So you just want a screen recorder? I guess, but like, you know how it does it for, you know how it does it, is it Clip Studio? The one that's on iPads, where it will like record the entire canvas zoomed out. So not the actual UI, but just the canvas, like the picture that you're actually drawing on. And then we'll just do a full like video time lapse from that. So it's already kind of cropped together. It's really easy to upload. That's the kind of thing I would love, because then it's less cluttered and it would be easier for me to look back afterwards. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well, but I'm trying. Let's move this mouth a little over. Okay, so we got the face. Critter gives full unzoomed time lapses. I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't like the way that it does it. Because it saves everything as pictures. It doesn't save it as a video. Unless they've added a function that I wasn't aware of. Either way, I know that last time I checked, it wasn't very good. It wasn't quite up to par with what I wanted. Saving each active frame and combining it into a video.
Does it?
Is that in the docs? There's recorder. still just says JPEG. So how does it... Oh, right, so I have to then turn it into a video. Right, well, again, like, it's great that it's doable, but that's still more steps than I would like. But, I mean, fair enough. Maybe I have to, like, try that again someday. Either way, thank you for the pointer. So then, feet kind of coming out like this. Sort of thing. But his back legs are like that, so he's kind of twisting on himself a little bit. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be adjusting this foot a bit more when I get to the actual thing, but it works for now. That's going to be much storage problems. Yeah, it probably would be. And if every program does it that way, then fair enough. In that case, thank you for the education, because I wasn't aware of that, if that is the case. Look at that, we're all learning today. While I'm fumbling about, you guys are teaching me. Or maybe I'm just the one learning. You'll be wasting time and resources if you just record 1 minute of drawing and 20 minutes of procrastinating. Don't call me out on what I'm doing right now. How dare you?
Shush. Don't tell him. Like I said, these are the things I cut out in the edits. Don't let them know. Wait, you're the they.
Oh no! Expose him! So if his torso down here is kind of twisting that way, whereas the upper torso is more like this. So then his tail, I think technically would be coming out like this, like on this side. This is counterbalancing that way. Let's see. I'll do the tail a different color as well, so it'll be easier for me to differentiate. Like green. Steam lets you see overall in-app time drawing plus procrastination.
So you can judge yourself.
And be ashamed. Sorry, like my earbuds keep falling out and then it keeps pausing the screen. Let me just turn down the opacity here just so I can see what I'm doing. I would have thought the tail would be like that. I mean, realistically, it's probably just directly behind, like this, you know, where it's kind of like just that, and then it kind of attaches around here. That's realistically where it would probably be, so I'm going to make it stick out a little bit more this way. I mean, already the body's going to be covering most of that, so you're not really going to even see it. But still.
For my own knowledge.
Whoop. Be something like that. But then everything that's covered by the body, we're going to make it less visible. So it's not in our way later. Let's just call this tail for now. Go to file document info. For what? But for why? Okay, sketch looks good from there. Overall form, it looks decent. He's definitely chunkier than I would prefer him to be, but that's fine. 'Cause I can kind of squish him a bit together. If I do this. There we go, because he's not a particularly chunky boy. Shadows, yeah. Lighting is difficult. I'm right there with you on that. And I think the face also needs a little bit of squishing. Teeny tiny bit of squish. I guess it's kind of like that. Kind of an extreme upward angle, so I'm not too surprised if it feels a bit odd. His head also too big. Let's see. Good enough for now. Put itself tracks via action time for every file. Ah. So that way I could actually see like how long have I spent on it. That's pretty good. I mean, I don't need to right now. You can just scroll backwards in this live stream and see exactly how long I've been spending on it. Oh, you mean like how color diffuses through various materials? Yeah, I mean that's just gonna be down to a lot of practice via specifically like scrutinizing lighting in various environments. You'll just have to like look at that and study it, you know? And then let's get him connected up on the body just so at least that will make sense. Probably would do this as well, just so it's more apparent. Yeah, there we go. At least he's connecting up now, slowly but surely. Okay, let's turn him down. That's good enough for us to get started on something. A library of downloaded photos, IRL ones. I'm constantly saving photos from either stuff that I'm seeing in my environment around me or stuff that I'm seeing from other people's artwork. I'm always saving stuff that I want to study later and attempt myself, you know, and sort of dissect for myself and learn from. So I don't blame you for that. That's a tried and tested method. Um... Okay. It's probably gonna look a little odd to begin with, but I'm just gonna have to trust the process and hope that I learn something from it. Just before then, I feel like this side of his body is still bothering me, and maybe that's just because his like rib cage is too far out. Oh my gosh, is that just gonna be way better as soon as I bring this in? Yep, wow, that's way better. Tony's World, hi, welcome. Come join me as I aim to fix my various mistakes. In real time. But yeah, that's much better. I won't worry about the gap in his, like, here. I know that won't be there, so it's fine. Okay, cool. Sorry, I got caught up in just staring at it for a second of like, wow, look, it's becoming something. Trusting the process kind of pays off every now and then. I just hate how my drawings could have been good if someone could go into the logic behind it, like give me an explanation. This, I will say, the thing that really helps with that, I find, is just like putting your stuff out there, but specifically with like other artist friends. And then if you kind of critique one another, you can obviously get better from that and take certain notes. And probably just what you're already doing as well. Just keep evaluating your own work and critiquing it and seeing what you could improve on, and then practice that and then try it and push yourself. Again, it's the exact same thing of what I'm trying to do here, where I'm just trying to push myself even when I'm not feeling comfortable to just make it. It's that it's like that philosophy, isn't it, where you just make it exist first, and then you can always learn and improve from that. If this were to come down like way over here, that's actually I'm not mad at that. Here, and then move the mouth a bit. Oop, not like that. I might move. How is that looking? Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. That's looking much more like what I wanted him to look like in my head. It's the one thing I love about digital drawing, as opposed to when I used to do traditional drawing. I just like being able to tweak stuff like that and not leave, you know, smudgy messes from having to erase and do it again and re-erase and do it again. Where my other in is. There we go. I like the music. Okay. Let's actually begin. I think I'm gonna make my brush size a bit bigger. So let's figure out the straps for the mask. Should be sort of like this. Coming up like that. And like this. Gonna do varying line thicknesses as well. You know, keep it funky, keep it interesting. Let's do the same on this side as well, actually. Again, it's fine how that looks because the black eyeliner like lines will cover those anyway. And then now bring this in. There's somebody furiously honking their car outside my house, and I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. Go. Getting somewhere. Hair connecting. No, the hair's ending up too thick in certain places now. Let's change that up a bit. You can see it's more of a wispy sort of thing. That's something at least. It's a start. I can always come back and change it again. This is starting to sound like a DS home theme. Yeah, the music is definitely like keeping me calm amidst the internal creative struggle. Cannot get this stupid line right. Steel Fox, yes, I can see chat. I see you. I'm always watching. Who took my new Nintendo 3DS? I can always see it. Oh no, it's paused now. Oh, it's because I keep taking it out of my ears because I'm an idiot. There we go, that's a start. Yeah, that should work. And something like that. Okay, let's clean these up. By the way, why am I being asked if I can see chat? Can you guys not see yourselves? You're on the screen. I'm pretty sure. Ain't ya? Yeah, you're right there. If you can see yourself, I can see you. You can't hide from me. You cheeky little sod. How do you see messages? I had to get a second monitor. That is big, so I can see chat and even put it on like a high level, almost making the chat be like ascended levels. Yes, you can see. Yeah, I also have a second monitor, and I use caffeinate. What is it called? Caster Labs Caffeinated. So it lets me see everything in its own window. That's my method. That's how I do it. we go. I'm just trying to thicken up certain patches again for that line weight differential. Sometimes it looks better than other times. Just gonna leave that one as is. I think that works well enough. If someone asks if you could see, you would be like, yeah, I can see it all over. I'm always watching. There we go, finally got a no shape I actually like. I'd be like, look at my monitor size. Lots of answers for me to look at from there. Doom, 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 boom, doom, boom, doom, doom, boom, boom, doom, boom. Let's not do that. Oops, sorry, keep knocking the mic. Something interesting happened on a small channel I support their streams, the artist streaming scam. What? I'm not aware of this scam. What is this artist streaming scam? I guess this is the let's educate Swift. What the heck? Stream. What is going on? Why is it so? Oh, when? Must have accidentally knocked it on here. I'm like, when did my brush size get that big? Get back to 30. What do you think you're doing? Wait, wasn't it 30? What am I talking about? Was it like 20? That's better. Thought I was bugging out. Real Air Touch, yo! Welcome. Hi. Come on in, vibe with us. Why vibe with me? Vibe with my talentless artistic attempts. I'm good, yeah, thank you. Scam is someone asks you for a commission, then they never deliver the commission, and then in private messaging they ask you for more. What do you mean? Also, hello. You gotta go for nice drawing. You're gonna subscribe. Guys, hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you, Real Ad. I appreciate that. Money for a commission that was never done. Oh, so artists are scamming people that are commissioning them? Oh, wow, that's not good. Artists, do better. It's already hard enough. There we go, that's connected nicely. That part less nicely. It's more like it. No, I don't think. Well, I mean, listen. Where there's a will, there's a way, and unfortunately, that also includes people that want to scam people. So, I guess nowhere really is safe. This is a nice track. I wonder what this is from. We News Channel? Oh my goodness, we just had bangers after bangers. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thankfully, you stepped in, you were a moderator. Prevented them if I had to continue conversation with them. I mean, I'm glad that you're staying vigilant on that. We gotta help each other where we can. That's looking good. Yeah, I'm happy with that eye. Okay, now let's try this one. Ooh, my wrist is getting tired. Yeah, I mean, they're greedy. They are greedy, Star. Unfortunately, it seems like their greed doesn't really have a limit. And that sucks. I'm truly sorry for anyone that not falls for that, but gets trapped in a scam like that, you know? Because I don't want to... Like, I think a lot of people are actually quite wary and very intelligent about this, but, you know, it's so easy to still just kind of fall into these traps. Just to pocket the money. Yeah. Yeah, and especially things like that with emotional manipulation and preying on people's... like grace and mercies, yeah. It's awful. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, nice. Just gonna make it a little bit thicker. Around here. go. Nice.
Look at my boy. He's coming together.
Rainy Pants. Hi. I need you to draw Jake the Jog from Adventure Time. Soiling a diaper so I can ascend. You're my only hope. Oh boy, Rainy Pants. I'm so sorry to have to be the one to tell you. You need help. Mind you, this is my first impression of you as well. What happened to just hello? How are you? Okay, I'm going to therapy. Goodbye. You know what? Take note, guys. That's a healthy person right there. Very self-aware. Let's see, eyes. Okay, that looks good. Batmanzillo, thank you for the follow. That's very kind of you. Oh, you guys don't need to do that, but I'm happy to have you along. You just made all this experimentation worthwhile. Okay, all right. I'm gonna move on from the head because otherwise this is gonna. I'm gonna fixate on it for too long. I gotta stop pressing that. Like I'm not helping randoms unless it's someone like you or people I follow or friends. They get the infinite passes. Yeah, at least it wasn't like a huge sum of money. That would have definitely been terrible if that were the case. I'm just gonna hide this tail layer for a second. Okay. Now we're moving on to the body. Right, so some of this will be covered because there's going to be a cape in the way, like always, obviously. So let's figure out the cape situation first. The situation. No, hold on. Use a circle tool, that's what it's there for. There we go. About there. Oh, that's what they were trying to get you up for with the sob story? Eesh. That sucks. But again, thank goodness you were vigilant enough to not fall for it. Why am I... Oh my gosh, I'm really struggling with this today. It's a bit better. Let's erase these. Be mindful it was out of the blue and not like a personal update, which I would have understood. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's that whole like trying to catch you off guard tactic, isn't it? There we go. Looks a bit better after some cleanup. Is the Throne store still available? I'm owed $20 from you. First of all, I'm not owed any money from anyone. Nobody needs to pay me for anything. But all my links for everything are available. You know where to find them. Everything is still up. Oh, there we go. That kind of worked out perfectly. Sick. All right. I'm playing Russian roulette with my lines over here. Still want to donate though? Starry, stop. You're gonna make me cry. Like, please. I almost feel bad for even having it. You know what? No, I'll be gracious. If you do end up doing anything like that, that's very kind of you. Maybe that's just what I need to learn as well. Just gratitude. But don't be disheartened as well, because, like, if you see the list that I have on there, because it's not particularly extensive, but it is expensive. Great wordplay, Swift. Most of it would just go towards, you know, bettering the quality of stuff that I can make for this channel, as well as the voice work that I do as well. But do not feel pressured for any amount. This seems good. Nice. Of course, now I'm hating this bunch over here. Yeah, I don't like it. Let's get rid of it. I don't like how it looks. Oops, that's too thick. There we go, I can clean that. I can clean this up. Boy, it really is so much easier to focus when it's just Wii music in the background. It's amazing. It's incredible.
It's fabulous.
Gotta help the small no matter what, not the famous people who already have everything. Because come on, what is true loyalty if you don't have if you don't at least give them what they need? I mean, that's not the only way to prove loyalty, please. But it is mightily appreciated. When the Wii music is brain food, and oh, I am being fed right now. What is this now, Wii U? That's too big. There we go, that's probably still too big, but it's fine. So bouncy. Sometimes it's this kind of music that lets my brain switch into creative mode. Sometimes it's synthwave music. What sort of, I mean, for anyone that is watching, are any of you also like music listeners when you're creating art? And if so, any particular type? What are you guys' genre of choice? Okay, that looks fine. You tried a Terraria soundtrack to see the results? I actually don't think I've ever listened to Terraria music, or... I mean, I certainly haven't watched gameplay of it. I have lost Waves genre, basically any music that is lost and music that became found. That sounds interesting. Although, if you found it, then was it ever truly lost? I'll see myself out. And then I guess the cape could come out like sort of that. Nope, hold on. basically be like this. No, I don't think I need to get rid of this line. It was lost for a long time so no one knew the song. Also for clarification, if the song is in full but doesn't have the known musicians, it's still lost. Oh, interesting. I didn't even know something like that existed. It's found when we find the musicians themselves. That's pretty cool.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
You know what? Let's continue it from this, maybe. No, that's not really doing it for me either. Why am I struggling with this cape so much all of a sudden? Yeah, maybe something like that. Hold on. Like this, and then it comes out like that. And then we erase these points where it will meet the arm. And then the glove. Okay, turning into something. Community has found the first Lost Wave music and even the infamous Everyone Knows That Song. I don't... what... as in what song? What's the song called? There we go. Sorry, sometimes I just gotta lock in. The Everyone Knows That Song is called Ulterior Motives. Oh, I'll have to look that up later. This has been nothing but educational this whole stream. Thank you, guys. Not what I expected to come on here to do. Very much glad for it. Oh, what's this? Oh, hold on. I am getting a quick phone call. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. There we go. I'm back. Sorry about that. We're all good, and we will carry on. Insert green screen crash transition. There we go. That looks more like what I would want. How long have we been going on this? Oh, solid 2 hours of me faffing around. I love it. Why do I subject you guys to this? Why do you watch? Okay, let's actually do the main portion of the body. We'll finish up the cape in a bit. Okay, I think Let's actually. Yeah, that looks okay. Oops. There we go. Hi, Panda. Our dog is in our room. Okay, now here I did say that I was gonna bring this leg out more. Probably like that. If I just clean this up here. Oop. A smidgen. There we go, that's acceptable. Hold on, I'm just looking at the recent subscribers. I love that there's somebody called Bruh22 that's subscribed. Oh, what a username. What a name indeed. Ah, Wii Sports Resort, my beloved. Many an after-school afternoon was spent on that game, and many a weekend too. Such fond memories. You know what? That's just reminded me. Again, I have such strong feelings towards the Wii era. I think for me, it's still very much the peak and height of what Nintendo was capable of, especially when it came to the UI, the music, and all the different. Like, there's just so much effort went into making the console an entire experience in and of itself, and everything that it touched. And I remember being so excited when they were bringing back, like, you know, on the Switch, like their version of the Wii Sports, and then seeing that it wasn't the Mii's anymore and it had like only a couple sport like events on there. Man, I still can remember how physically disappointed I felt, and how much it just signaled that, like, oh, I guess I'm not really going to see the Mii's anytime. Hence why now seeing the Tomodachi Life stuff have so much resurgence, I'm really hoping that they, you know, that they go back to that era a bit and they give us that level of music and attention to detail in the menus and the UIs and the Mii's especially, because it made the experience. It became so much more personalized and interactive then. Anyway, that's my old man rant. The 3DS was good as well. Yeah. Right up until the Switch, when they suddenly just stopped trying. I don't know why. And I don't know why this many years later, we still don't have those kind of themes and music and... man, what happened? Ooh, yeah. Okay, that looks decentish. Right, gotta do this arm and finish up the cape, and then we can actually do the little individual details and see this with a bit more clarity. Go, that's okay. Untitled Toast, hi, welcome. Come on in, vibe with us for as long as you want. I'm just here. I was gonna continue that and say something else, and I realized I don't really know what I'm doing this whole time. So there's not really anything else for me to add to it. Came from the recommended, so I had one viewer decided to visit. Wow, that's very kind of you.
Come to keep little old me company.
Welcome, welcome. Been working on this little art piece for a while. Is it turning out the way that I thought it would when I first started? Absolutely not. I restarted so many times. Article animation was started. But here we are. You guys can just watch the evolution of this journey. And then make fun of me for it. But yeah, I saw someone make new Switch game go insane, like they went too far with the jokes. The Tomodachi game on Switch has no filters. And again, that's kind of the fun part of it, you know? You can just do whatever in that game.
The level of freedom that the people yearn for. They yearn for it.
Is that too big? Yep, that's way too big. I think that's decent. But yeah, originally, did I just hear a switch turning on? A switch? A Wii? What is wrong with me? Did I just hear a Wii turning on? But yeah, originally this piece was gonna start off as kind of a dynamic jump pose, and then, I mean, you can see it if you go watch back. The more I tried to do it, it just wasn't happening. Oh, thank you for the subscription. How's my day going? Very well, thank you. I'm just realizing now I am getting insanely warm in this room, though. Hold on.
I have to turn a fan on.
I'm going to die!
The fan is on. Everything will be okay. I'll live another day. But yeah, thank you. My day's going pretty well. Where's the pillow I was resting on?
Ah, I'm knocking everything.
There we go. Day's going good. Work went well. Now I'm just doing a little thing that I have really been trying to be diligent about. I'm not a professional artist by any means at all. I don't do this as a job. I don't have the time to necessarily practice in the same capacity that some others might as well. I would love to do commissions, but I do this mostly to switch my mind off and be creative and have that outlet. But what ends up happening is I think some of my... How do I describe this? I think by just naturally with who I am, I have a certain level of perfectionism and performance anxiety, even with my own self. Like even if I'm not streaming, that comes in with things like creating pieces of artwork. And so sometimes, even though the urge to draw something is so strong inside, I would sit down, and it's almost paralyzing that I can't even begin. And it was kind of happening at the beginning of this stream as well. But what I've been trying to do is to just power through that and to force myself to still try something, even if I have to completely abandon whatever my original plan was. And it's worked really, really well for me. Oh, thank you, Untitled Toes. Thanks for joining. You go get ready for school. Have a great day there. Do you use a graphics pad? I am currently drawing, there should be in the description and everything as well. I am currently drawing on a Samsung Tab S10 Ultra, but I do also have a Huion Canvas 13 Pro, which is like its own dedicated monitor that I can draw on as well. But right now I'm using the tablet, hence why it's probably not the sharpest looking image and might even be a little bit laggy, but it just means I can sit a bit more comfortably to do it. Yo, Canal screaming the OG, or Canal screaming Tag, whichever way you want to go about that. Hi, Canal, welcome in. Yours are popping in left, right, and center with some very interesting usernames. I was just saying earlier, I loved seeing that there was somebody who... Oh my gosh, I'm just seeing that there was somebody who subscribed earlier called I Love Killing Zoos, followed by Bruh22. You guys are coming up with some insane like usernames. You like anime? I love anime too. You know what was one that I was recently watching? Well, I've recently just finished Frieren Season 2, but I've just started watching Cowboy Bebop. I know, the series is almost as old as I am. But Cowboy Bebop was recommended to me by my closest friend, and I'm loving it so far. I can see why it is as influential as it is. The aesthetic, the music, and everything in it, and the art style really, really vibes with me. So yes, I do very much like anime. Recently finished rewatching for the 100th time. What is it? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Another one that I absolutely adore. Delicious in Dungeon, that was another great one recently. Hunter x Hunter, the remastered one from 2009 or 2011, I think. That's another great one that I love. I have a lot of favorites. Okay, I think that fist looks okay. Just need to finish up this arm and the cape, and then we can actually do the detailing. By the way, sometimes I do lock in while I'm trying to draw, so excuse me if I ever go quiet or if I'm not quite caught up with the chat. There we go, that's closer to what I want. Oops. Okay, like that, and then let's just erase this part. But I promise, whatever you write into the chat, I will eventually look up. I will eventually pry my eyes away from the prize and witness your words. Okay, this is another area that could be a nice little thing. Again, I'm actively trying to like make the line art itself more interesting as well. By simulating line weight, which, you know, I'm not claiming to be a master of or even particularly skilled at, so this will end up looking however it ends up looking. But what matters is that I'm trying. It's all good. Also, it is pouring it down in the UK right now. Isn't it just? I'm also in the UK. Yeah, it is awful over here right now. I don't know what the heck is going on. Why is it still winter weather when we're halfway through May? I can't spell, bruh. It sucks. Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. Hailstorm 1 minute, and then 5 minutes later, just torrential downpour, then back to just full-on sunshine. Oh, my wife is texting me. Right, I just had to respond to her.
Because I have to be a good husband. A diligent husband.
Ivy Dog, you just followed? Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. And now you take whatever time you need over here. Vibe for as long as you want. If this makes you feel even a little bit better, I'm happy to hear that. Exactly. It's over climate change. It's over. That really could have used a comma. Climate change has invaded the UK. Climate change has invaded all of us. You're eating soft tacos? Hell yeah, let's go. Damn, now I want soft tacos. Okay, so that's the arm. Right, let's actually finish this cape, and then I can do the rest of him. Gotta keep saving, because saving is caring, and caring is saving. Okay, so I think I can connect this in a different way now. Kind of like that-ish. It's an interesting sharp fold, but eh. It works, it works. Like that, and then let's finish off his neck with shoulder blades and everything. Always got to remember to zoom out as well. It's tasty. Do you have a fave music artist and fave song? Oof. Okay, listen, hold on. You're about to open up a can of worms. I have various genres that I like music or songs from. It's usually just based on either the vibe or something in the melody or the music itself and the style of it that speaks to me. So I'm kind of all over the place with it. Owl City, unironically, has always been a big one for me from my childhood. I always loved them. There's like a remix with between a song called Without You and Levels by Avicii. Those two songs remixed together. There's a specific remix that I absolutely adore and love and always get like hyped up for. I love Movin' Cruisin' by the Fantastic Oceans. That's another one I really, really love. Changing by Kevin Jonas. Run It by Jelly Roll. sick one. Bread by sorry, it's Aubrey by Bread. Lucky from Britney Spears. Touch in the Night from Silent Circle. Like all of them is all of my favorite sort of songs are kind of all over the place. Oh yeah, Owl City is fantastic. There's a particular track of his from his Ocean Eyes album that I always listen to because it immediately taps into like my most heightened imaginative state. And it's his Hello Seattle remix from the Ocean Eyes album. His Hello Seattle remix. I always imagine an entire animatic in my head whenever I hear that music. Have done so for years. So I you know, that's like an all-time favorite if I had to choose one. Okay, so that's done. Right, now I'm gonna turn the sketch and refinement off. Okay, he's not looking too bad. That's looking pretty good. I might lessen this line here, though, because I think it's sticking out a bit too egregiously. Speaking of OG music... Hell yeah, I feel that bass line moving. When I get the time, I'm definitely making fan art. Oh, that's very kind of you. Oh, I would love to see fan art. And listen, if any of you ever want to, for whatever reason, make fan art of Supercat, my little guy over here, you can find much more artwork of him on all of my socials, whether it be on Twitter, because I refuse to call it X, whether it be on Twitter or on Instagram. It's all under either SwiftDoesStuff or SwiftHedgehog, whichever of those. You can find all of that, or, you know, on my YouTubes or Twitch, wherever you want to find it. Who's your fave JJK character and Demon Slayer character? I haven't seen those anime, unfortunately, and I would love to give you an answer, and I will have to get back to you in like a year when I get through my current list of things to watch, because I unfortunately don't know anyone from them. Same, but how can we send it? Just tag me. Yeah, you can tag me anywhere. Or DM me. Oh, Blue Sky is another one. I'm on Blue Sky. That's another great one because I'm much more active on there as well. Any of those, you are more than happy to... You are more than happy? I'm more than happy for you to do fan art. There we go. And you can check it out for much more dynamic and more put together pieces. The start of my comic series as well for this guy. There's a lot on there. And that's enough of that self advertisement, because I feel dirty. Okay, let's do a shirt. Nope, not like that. It's probably more like that. That's pretty good. Back to Wii Fit. Okay, hold on. Actually, let's do this on another layer, because in that way I can move it around when I get a good line going. Like that. A little cheat, but why not? And then merge those together, and it's like it was always one piece. Let me turn my mic around then. Blue Sky it is then. My bucket list is making you super famous. You've just created a very quick bucket list, but I would absolutely love that. That sounded really conceited. Hold on, let me rephrase that. I would love any support. I don't necessarily want you to make me famous from that. You know what, I'm just gonna stop. Thank you for whatever support you give. Let's keep it at that. You're gonna head off and start making it. Hopefully in the future I'll join another stream. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. And your art's awesome. Thank you so much, Article Animation. That's very kind of you. You have fun getting creative as well. This has turned into so much more of a positive stream. Ugh. I'm gonna cry. You guys are too nice. What do you mean you guys like the stuff that I'm doing? There we go, that's a bit better looking for that one. And then let's do his sleeves. Oop, almost got it. Oop, almost had it. Hey, close enough. Let's just make that a little bit more tidy. Do 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 do. Do 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 beep 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 boo. Just realizing that I've kind of turned his shirt over the years into almost like a muscle shirt. It's become like tighter and tighter on his fur. There we go, that should be okay. And then just gonna do his collar. Lol, at least donate when you can. Story. I wish it was the same feeling as mine, but sadly I have to surrender that dream at that point and just do it for the flow. Also, YouTube is a Muppet. That's the main reason why. Guess where you're from, Canal? Ooh. I don't know. You haven't really given me any specific vibes for what area you're from. And I have a lot of people that either joined from sort of the Middle East or America. Here in the UK. Is it any of those three? Arab. Oh, Dubai? No. Oh, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to just come out and tell me. I'm not smart enough to even guess. Also, what time is it over there for you in that case, wherever you're watching from? Because that's pretty cool. So this is kind of looking upwards, so this can just be like this. Nice, that worked out perfectly the first time round. Let's go. Okay, I just need to finish the cape and then put his tail in, and then we can do the smaller details and then start coloring and doing the background. UAE as well. Oh, nice. There's another streamer, not a streamer. There's another person who comments here. Hatem, the longest running subscriber for the channel since I've kind of revived it. Who's also from the UAE, so that's pretty cool. It is 8:15, as in PM. It's PM, right? Not AM, surely. There we go. That finally connects there. PM, yes. Okay, good. I was like, at least my geography isn't super off. Well, that's very cool. I might end up going back and slightly fixing that one eye up there. Okay, the tail. Where did I put that? It was like over here, wasn't it? Unless, do I put the... Hold on. Do I maybe move the tail a bit higher? Yeah, and I might put it out like this. Go back to the line art. Your dinner is fries? Hell yeah, living the dream, baby. Living the good life. My dinner is going to be tears and sadness. Oop. That'll do. Watch intently as he struggles to draw one swoopy line. Riveting, isn't it? Okay, there we go. At least his tail is now going to be behind him nicely. So we can merge those layers together. What are you guys saying? Belina Jenna, hi! Oh, watching all the way from India. Wow, they must be even later over there. Or maybe it's around the same-ish time. But welcome! Hop on in! What I mean, YouTube is a Muppet for context. YouTube is too stupidly not honest and rather support creators who are not honest like I am being too real and they don't... Yeah. Yeah. Freedom of speech as long as it adheres to the guidelines. Okay, right. So, technically, line art-wise, he's done. I'm just going to go in and tweak a couple things that I'm not quite vibing with. This one eye over here seems a little off for me. There we go, that's much better. Now, I just want to see if I can make it a little bit thicker. Over this one side, just to, again, make it a bit more interesting to look at. Looks a little messy. And now it looks less messy. Nice. Now it looks like Ronaldo. Football joke, anyway. And we'll do the same over on this side. Hi, Rarity Velasquez? Rarity Velasquez. I try to say that more confidently, but hi, welcome. And now you're an artist too? Sick! Where can we find your artwork? Let us know, man. Don't be shy.
Tell me where I can find you.
Oh, you don't post? That's okay. You're still an artist even if you don't post. And never let anyone tell you otherwise. You could just be an artist for yourself. Oh, so you do still post on, like, pics on here. That's cool. That's good then. Other people can appreciate your efforts. This eye is really messy. That's slightly better, but this is too sharp over here. There we go. You're currently finishing an artwork? Ooh, nice. Okay, let's just get this right. There we go. That works. Shroyan, hey, hello, welcome in. Come on into this little art stream of ours while I make choices and then regret them 5 minutes later. Oh, that's why we have an eraser. Okay, so... what is this, bro? This is my original character. My original character of 10 years now. Well, probably coming on even longer than 10 years. No, it is 10 years, sorry. Yes, what am I talking about? It was 10 years this April. This is Supercat. I'm doing a little dynamic looking up, walking through a corridor shot of him. Again, wasn't the pose or idea that I started out with for this stream 2 hours and something ago, but here we are. That's a fantastic reaction emoji. I love that. That's so good. Me when I'm going to look back at this stream and go, what the hell was I talking about the whole time? Sorry, I had to quickly respond to my wife. You're a new subscriber? Oh, that's very nice of you. Hi. Oh, and Mike 12. Hello, welcome in. Look at you guys all popping in. Hope everyone's doing all right. Okay, now time to start borrowing colors from this over here. Make another layer. Spelling colors with a U because I live in the UK. I was say because I'm British, but I'm not actually British. But I live in Britain. We can at least get his base colors in. Good. Get those greens and yellows. That's a yellow. Why am I doing that over there? The lore behind his character, for those that are new and have never heard, he's very much based off of my own childhood experiences. I had this exact green colored blanket when I was a kid, and I would wrap it around myself and pretend I was Superman or some kind of superhero with it. And then to complete the look, I would pick up some rubber gloves from the kitchen, some yellow rubber gloves, and I would wear those as part of my superhero outfit. So, you know, he's very much a self-insert character. Call him whatever you want. He's kind of a manifestation of my childhood and my desires then, and my playfulness and imagination, which is probably why he's stuck around for so long, because I can kind of vicariously live through him, you know? So that's the origin behind his creation, but everything else about him is revealed in the comic that I started about him, which you can find on any of my socials, wherever you wish. A lore too, you love it. Yeah? Very much so. That's the basis of him as an actual, like, art piece. Him as a character, he is actually a superhero. He's got a couple of friends, and they live in a world where they battle this one big villain of theirs, Onega. And, yeah, they get into all kinds of shenanigans and troubles together, but at the end of the day, he does his best to zip around and fly around and use his fusion fire powers to help those in need. Ooh, I missed a little spot here with the bucket. I'm so vibing with this song right now. This music. Do do. Do 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 do. Ba da 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 da. Ba da ba da ba da ba da. Oh, I should probably write it into the chat what I meant. There you go. So at least you'll get the spelling. Da, 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 da. I don't know why it's doubled in there, but there we are. Okay, let's do the whites of his eyes now. I'm hoping I can get this fully done before I need to go today. We'll see how it goes. If not, you'll see the finished results as part of a time-lapse anyway. But it would still be cool if I could do that. So, help me out, universe. Make it happen. I think that should be fine. Why is that so feathered on that edge? Oh, because I accidentally turned the feathering on. That's why I still get dumb. Oh, phew, I thought I heard it right. Yeah, thankfully you did. I have an animation channel, but I animate on your phone. You animate on your phone? Whoa, what do you use to animate? Spill the beans, share the secrets. There we go, at least that joins up. Sorry, had to clear my throat there. Clear my throat. There we go, managed to at least get the various other colors in. You animate in Flipperclip app? Wait, as in Flipperclip from the DS? It has an app? I like drawing too, you know, but it's still not too good. Hey, listen, this is only after how many years of me drawing, and there are people that are far more talented who get much better, much quicker than this as well. But you can't compare yourself to those people. It's always your own journey that you're going on. I mean, even I'm amazed these days at the kind of stuff that I can make, and then on some days, it's really not that good. You happen to be catching me on a day that's kind of turning out okay thus far. We'll see if I can stick to landing, but, you know, it's always different. As long as you just keep going at it and you're having fun, that's what matters. And you're keeping a keen eye on your own artwork, and you know, analyzing it and seeing what you can do better or what you can change, and looking at other people's and studying, and yeah, there's a lot that you can do. Okay, this looks okay as it is now. Now it's just, do we go for like some kind of dramatic lighting or no? Sorry, I keep knocking my mic over here. I'm loving these emojis you guys are using, these little reactions. They're fun. Oh yeah, let's do his eye glint. There you go, that makes a big difference. And I think I'll have him walking down. Hey, you're back, Untitled Toast. Welcome back. Now you posted. Can I don't know, can I view a post? Where would I even view such a thing? Seriously, where? On the old tubes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not seeing where you posted. You're gonna have to let me know where it is, because I cannot see it right now. But even if I can't find it right now, I promise I will look for it later as well. But let me know where exactly. Because I know you're saying also on YouTube, but like where on there? I'm not finding it right now. It's the final countdown. All right, back to the artwork. Clip app, it's good for the animations. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Thank you for sharing that. The Shroyon. What? Okay, and let's do his little outline. What is going on with my throat? Like I need to maybe drink some water or something. That outline is not going to be thick enough. That should be better. There we go. I always do it like doing that outline. You recommend the other known free animation software for PC? Well, this is one of them. Critter is a free animation software. You can do animations on here. But what's the one that you're talking about? Oh, Canal, did you mean Did you mean that it's on your channel? Oh yes, there we go. I'm seeing it. Yeah, you did a little anime an anime redraw of the chibi characters. Yeah, great job, man. That looks great. Love the poses as well. Good job. Where's my thing to carry on drawing? There we go. Clipart Studio Paint. I mean, if only I had the money. But I don't, cause your boy is broke. That's why he's got a Throne app. A Throne account to get money. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so I've done the outlines. We'll do the lighting in a second. Let me just do the actual background that I was intending on doing. You're a cute cat in a box, yeah. It's for PC only. Do I know Mr. Beast? Unfortunately, I wish I didn't. It's free and open source. This one is like Adobe Animate, but free. It's called Open Tunes. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Open Tunes. I have to make a note of that for myself later. Thank you for sharing that. Sorry, I'm just trying to lock in here and get this drawing done. Bye, you want to rest? Bye, Shurion. Thanks for coming along. Great to have you here. Open source is necessary. Very true. Support open source. If it's good, and if not, you know, give constructive feedback. Oh, is this music signaling that this playlist is over? Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's not. We're cool. It started with this track, so I panicked for a second. Okay, so that's something for the background. I'm just going to slightly blur the background because it is the background after all, so it gives it a bit more depth. Although actually motion blur would probably be... No, lens blur. Is lens blur the one that I'm thinking of? And it's at that... hold on. Is it that kind of angle? Or is it motion blur? What does that look like? Screw it, we'll leave it at motion blur. Hold on, sorry, let me catch up with chat. I wish Minecraft World hosting for Bedrock was open source. Oh, hold on. My monitor was about to turn off. Was open source, there were apps that allowed you to join worlds without needing to add them, but sadly they died due to the code change. Yeah, and they're always changing that code, aren't they? It makes it difficult. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm responding to Andy, my wife. She's sending me pictures of sushi that she's eating right now. Let's also do one of these. More like this, but I don't want it to be nearly as opaque as that. Just a little bit of something. Little something in the background. Okay, and now comes the important thing. Do I want to do any kind of shading? We can try it, but I might not do it. So let's see, if I do that and this. Wait, no, I don't need to select for that. I can just make another layer, and I'm going to call this shading. And we'll see if I want to keep it or not. Spider-Man 39. I'm drawing an OC. Yes, indeed I am. This is Supercat. Also, hi, welcome. You said you made another post. We go to your channel. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Look at the little chibi guy. You made him a little too dark, but that's okay. That's adorable. Thank you for that, Kanao. I'm so sorry. I just realized this whole time I've been muted. I have no idea how long I've been muted for. But yes, Kanao, I saw that you made a post. Thank you. And Spider-Man 39, this is an OC. Yes, he's my OC, Supercat. I'm just saying it now because I didn't even realize I was muted. I have no idea how long that's been going on for. Okay, right.
Back to the thing I was doing.
Oopsie daisy. It's better, but I don't want it to grow. It'll be basic shading. It might not even be that great. You could hear me? Oh, thank you so much for... I can always count on you, Spider-Man. But thank goodness. Oh. I should pick up this playlist more often to listen to. Oh, I shouldn't whistle, actually. I'm whistling directly into the mic. I'm so sorry for your tender ears. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna make this a little bit... Actually, let's do it like this. So that gets a little bit darker over there as well. Or does that look... No, actually, that's not. We'll say there's some overhead light coming in from over there. But we will do it over here. Or at least we'll try it and see what we think. And by we, I mean me and my perfectionistic, idealistic worldview. As someone who took animation classes in college, it was not easy, but I at least understand the basics. Ah, man, I wish I'd done something like that. That sounds very cool. I'm sure it was also incredibly hard work, like all arts are. Okay, that looks good to me and my brain, and that's all that matters right now. Oh, that's... hold on. No, this one not so much. Maybe more like this. And let me just erase that part. Kinda. It looks clean, thank you. Try flip notice at the beginning and then go to open twos. As someone who took... oh no, yeah, that's the part you said before. Thank you, Spider-Man.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Again, you guys are coming in with the coolest usernames. I love it. I think that makes sense. Yeah, that looks okay to me. Well, let's do the back with the tail. Like so. And then I think like that. Yeah, that looks good. See, and again, and this is why, oops, and this is why, and this is why I keep pushing myself to do these things. Because it's worth it in the end. There we go. Didn't mean to accidentally come out of that, but there we are. Oops. I'm beginning to be very happy. Oh, I just realized I put 2 H's for shading. Let me just pick that color again. No, no, not sample all, sample current. There we go. Don't sass me. There we go, that looks good. And then a little bit coming down here. Is that too big of an area? It's actually looking okay. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think that's alright. Very nice, very nice. And then a little bit in here. It's a teensy bit. Is that feathered again? Oh no, it's not. So why did it look like that? Weird. Very weird. But yeah, hope you do more if not, I understand if you don't want to do it. Do more what? As in, do more art or do more animations? Because the only quote-unquote animation I've made so far is my little avatar that I use for streaming normally, other than these ones. But for all of my gaming streams, that's basically the only one that I've done. I think that one's fine as is. Let's do a little bit of shading up in here. And then, you know what, I'm gonna do a little bit over there for that one. And... oh, I missed some coloring over there. Oop, there we go. Rectified! Okay, now I want to do this part. Very cool. Gotta go, Canal. Thanks for joining, and thank you again for the fan art. That was very sweet of you. Thanks for being here, though. Have a great one. Okay, I mean he's pretty much done. Just want to do this. Actually, it's probably easier if I just use one of these big old brushes. Blah 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 blah. This is my little AI protection trick. And then turn that into random noise. Oh wait, hold on. I should actually do that while it's still... there we go, while it's still selected like that. Turn this all the way up. Turn that into an overlay. And bring it right down. And then now, if anyone were to zoom in and try and steal it, there's actually a bunch of different colors in there. So if I take a color picker over it, see how it's now like almost like a rainbow when if I tried to go over? So you're never going to quite get the right color. That's a little trick that I picked up from... actually, I don't remember who I saw it from, but it's a very good trick to use, especially in this day and age where anyone and their mother wants to steal your art. In fact, I might even do it for the background as well. There we go, so the background has a little bit of grain and texture to it as well. Okay. I am pretty happy with that. I might do the odd few extra little little tweaks, but I think that's a good place to leave it at. And so with that, I think I'm going to call it a stream there. That was really, really fun, though. It's amazing how, again, I'm going to be able to watch that back and see how unsure and unmotivated I started at the beginning. I mean, I was really feeling awful. And the more I just carried on and the more I pushed, the more I was able to relax into it. So if you are anything like me at all, and you have those moments, sometimes the best thing you can do is just to sit through it, power through, and do your best, you know? So try it, because You never know what might come out at the end, and either way, you're gonna learn something, and that's what matters the most. But that was really, really fun, and you guys made it even more fun by, first of all, coming on and cheering me on and teaching me, and a little fan art that you guys brought, which was very sweet of you all. Starry, I swear, if I go on my throne now and find that you actually donated, I will weep. But yeah, that was super, super fun. I'm really, really glad that I did that. I'm gonna now have to try and edit that together into a time-lapse video just so we can see the full progress playback a little bit faster as well. But that was awesome, guys. And thank you so much for all the new people that joined today as well. It was great to see you, all of you. Hopefully I'll see you around, but if this is the only time that we ever meet, it was great to have you along for this brief journey. But anyway, that is going to be it for this stream today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd like to wish you all a wonderful day, a fantastic evening, and a perfect morning. Cheerio!